Today is October 4th, 2025, and as we turn the page on the calendar, Mississippians are beginning to notice subtle but unmistakable changes in the world around them. The transition from summer to autumn is underway, and it's a time of both reflection and preparation. Here in Mississippi, the air is starting to feel different. There's a gentle crispness in the mornings, and a soft breeze that carries the scent of fallen leaves and distant bonfires. People are swapping out their summer clothes for light jackets, and the early morning mist lingers just a bit longer over the fields. The days remain warm and humid, with the sun still shining brightly overhead, but as evening falls, the temperature drops noticeably. Nights are cooler now, a clear sign that autumn is here and winter is quietly making its approach. Porch lights flicker on a little earlier, and families gather outside to enjoy the last of the mild evenings. All around, leaves are beginning to change, painting the landscape with hints of gold, orange, and red. The sun sets a little earlier each evening, casting long shadows and bathing the countryside in a warm, golden glow. It's a beautiful, fleeting moment that signals the changing of the seasons. Hummingbirds are still migrating through Mississippi, pausing at backyard feeders to refuel before continuing their long journey south. Their presence is a reminder of nature's rhythms and the interconnectedness of all living things. Soon, those feeders will be packed away until spring returns, and the gardens will grow quiet as the last of the migratory birds move on. These small changes are nature's gentle reminders to start preparing for colder weather. Families begin stacking firewood, checking windows and doors for drafts, and making lists of supplies they'll need for the months ahead. The first frost, when temperatures dip to 32 degrees for the first time, marks the official end of the growing season. Vegetable gardens are cleared, and farmers know it's time to shift their routines. The landscape takes on a silvery sheen in the early morning, and the air feels sharper, more invigorating. Now is the time to check heating systems, inspect insulation, and seal up any drafts that might let the cold in. Taking care of these tasks now, before the real chill sets in, can make all the difference in comfort and energy savings throughout the winter. Taking these steps while the weather is still mild ensures we're not caught off guard by a sudden cold snap. It's a chance for families to work together, sharing the responsibility of getting their homes ready for whatever winter may bring. Preparing for winter isn't just about reacting to the cold. It's about being proactive, organized, and thoughtful. Making a checklist, organizing winter supplies, and discussing plans as a family can help everyone feel more secure and ready for the season ahead. This transition period is the perfect opportunity to get ready for what's ahead. Raking leaves, putting away summer tools, and decorating for autumn all become part of the ritual of welcoming a new season. Understanding big weather patterns, like the polar vortex, helps us feel more confident as winter approaches. Watching weather reports and learning about what to expect can make a big difference in how we prepare and respond to changing conditions. Let's use this beautiful season to prepare for the months to come. By embracing the changes, staying informed, and working together, we can make the most of autumn's beauty and ensure we're ready for whatever winter brings to Mississippi. Getting your home ready for winter is essential, especially in Mississippi, where the weather can change quickly. Taking the time to prepare now can save you from headaches and costly repairs later on, and it ensures your family stays safe and comfortable, no matter how cold it gets. Start by sealing drafts around windows and doors with weather stripping or caulk. Even small gaps can let in cold air and drive up your heating bills, so check every window and door carefully. This simple step can make a big difference in keeping your home warm and energy efficient. Have your heating system inspected by a professional to ensure it runs efficiently and safely. Replace filters, check for leaks, and make sure your thermostat is working properly. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your system and help prevent unexpected breakdowns during the coldest months. Protect your plumbing, disconnect garden hoses, drain them, and use foam covers on outdoor faucets. This prevents water from freezing in the pipes, which can cause them to burst and lead to expensive repairs. Insulate pipes in unheated areas like basements, crawl spaces, and garages to prevent freezing and costly damage. Pipe insulation is inexpensive and easy to install, but it can save you a lot of trouble when temperatures drop. Bring tender plants indoors before the first frost. and cover those that stay outside on chilly nights with frost cloth or old blankets. This helps protect your garden and keeps your favorite plants healthy through the winter. Rake up fallen leaves for compost and tidy up the yard. Leaves can smother your grass if left in place, but they make excellent compost for your garden beds next spring. Cleaning up now also reduces hiding spots for pests. Prepare a winter emergency kit for your car. Include a blanket, flashlight, batteries, first aid kit, and snacks. You never know when you might get stuck in bad weather, so it's best to be prepared for any situation. At home, stock up on flashlights, batteries, and a weather radio in case of power outages. Make sure everyone in your family knows where to find these supplies, and consider keeping extra water and non-perishable food on hand as well. These simple steps keep your family safe, warm, and comfortable all winter. You'll have peace of mind knowing you're ready for whatever the season brings. Don't wait for the cold to arrive. Act now while it's still pleasant outside. It's much easier to get everything done before the chill sets in, and you'll thank yourself later. A little preparation goes a long way. Make a checklist and tackle one task at a time, so nothing gets overlooked. Stay ahead of winter by getting ready today. With a bit of effort now, you can enjoy a cozy, worry-free season with your loved ones. The polar vortex might sound intimidating, almost like something out of a science fiction movie, but it's actually a real and important part of our planet's weather system. You may have heard the term on the news, especially when temperatures suddenly drop. But what does it really mean for us here in Mississippi? Despite its dramatic name, the polar vortex is a normal, recurring feature of Earth's atmosphere. It's not a rare event or a new phenomenon. It's been swirling above the Arctic for as long as we've been tracking the weather. The polar vortex is a massive area of extremely cold air, spinning in a large circle high above the North Pole. It's strongest during the winter months, when the sun's rays barely reach the Arctic, allowing frigid air to build up. When the vortex is stable and strong, it acts like a barrier, keeping the coldest air trapped near the pole and away from places like Mississippi. But sometimes the vortex weakens or becomes unstable. When this happens, it can wobble or split, sending waves of Arctic air southward. That's when we feel those sudden, sharp, cold snaps, even in states that usually have milder winters. For Mississippi, this means we might wake up to freezing temperatures, icy winds, and a chill that feels out of place. These cold snaps can catch people off guard, especially if we're not used to such extreme weather. It's important to remember that the polar vortex itself isn't a storm. It doesn't directly create snow or ice. Instead, it sets the stage for cold air to move south, which can then interact with other weather systems to bring wintry conditions. The polar vortex also influences the jet stream, a fast-moving river of air high above us. When the vortex shifts, it can cause the jet stream to dip, guiding storms and cold air across the country, including right here in Mississippi. Meteorologists keep a close eye on the polar vortex. When they see signs that it's weakening, they know there's a higher chance that cold Arctic air could head our way, and they update their forecasts accordingly. That's why the polar vortex is a key factor in long-range winter forecasts. It helps experts predict when and where cold snaps might hit, giving us time to prepare. By understanding how the polar vortex works, we can better anticipate big temperature swings and protect ourselves, our homes, and our communities from sudden freezes. It's just one piece of the complex puzzle that makes up our weather, but it's an important one, especially when it comes to staying safe and comfortable during winter. So the next time you hear about the polar vortex on the news, you'll know what it means and why it matters. Stay tuned to local forecasts for updates on what the vortex might bring to Mississippi this winter. How does the polar vortex affect Mississippi? When it weakens, cold Arctic air can travel south, guided by the jet stream. If the jet stream dips far enough, we can get an Arctic outbreak, days of colder than average temperatures. The air warms as it moves south, so our cold snaps aren't as severe as up north, but they can still be significant. Other factors, like El Niño or La Niña, also shape our winter, affecting whether it's wetter or drier. Forecasters watch all these patterns to predict what's ahead. A weak vortex means a higher chance of cold snaps. A strong one suggests a milder winter. Staying informed helps us prepare for whatever winter brings. Knowing your area's average first frost date is key for planning. In northern Mississippi, frost usually arrives in late October or early November. Central areas like Jackson see it in early to mid-November. On the Gulf Coast, frost may not come until late November or December. These are averages. Some years bring early frosts, others much later. For gardeners, the first frost signals the end of the growing season and time to harvest or bring in sensitive plants. For homeowners, it's a reminder to protect outdoor pipes and faucets. Tracking these dates helps you finish fall chores on time. Use this information to stay ahead of the weather. A little planning now means fewer surprises later. Snow isn't common in Mississippi, but history shows it can happen. The state's record snowfall is 18 inches in Rienzi-Alcorn County, back in 1940. Other memorable events include the 1963 New Year's Eve snowstorm, with over 14 inches in Louisville. While ice storms are more typical, major snow is always a possibility. These records remind us to be ready for anything: ice, snow, or extreme cold. Having an emergency plan and supplies is always wise. Mississippi's weather can surprise us, so expect the unexpected. The official start of winter in 2025 is December 21st, the winter solstice. This marks the shortest day and longest night of the year. After the solstice, days slowly get longer. Meteorologists, however, define winter as December 1st through February. The solstice is a turning point, celebrated for centuries as the return of light. Knowing these dates helps us prepare mentally and practically for the coldest months. Mark your calendar and use this milestone as a reminder to finish winter preparations. The coldest weather often comes after the solstice, in January and February. Enjoy autumn, but be ready for winter's arrival. The best way to face winter is to stay informed and prepared. Follow local weather reports and keep a weather radio with extra batteries for power outages. Preparation means more than watching forecasts. Take action now. Build an emergency kit with food, water, medication, flashlights, a phone charger, and warm blankets. Store your kit where it's easy to reach. These supplies offer peace of mind during winter storms or outages. Local and national weather experts work together to keep you informed. Use their advice to make a plan for your family. Complete your preparations this fall. Insulate pipes, stock up on essentials, and review your emergency plan. Knowledge and action are your best tools for a safe winter. Be proactive, not reactive. Stay safe, stay warm, and be ready for whatever winter brings. As the days shorten and the air cools, anticipation for winter grows. Mississippi's winters may be milder, but preparation is still key. Understanding weather patterns and taking practical steps gives us confidence. We've learned how to protect our homes, gardens, and families. Remember, winter can surprise us, so have a plan and supplies ready. Embrace the season, enjoy autumn's beauty, and get ready together. By staying informed and prepared, we can make this winter safe and comfortable for all. Stay warm, stay safe, and appreciate the unique beauty winter brings to Mississippi.